Welcome back, you guys. I am back. I wasn't gone that long, and the reason for that is there's now some tornado warnings in Arkansas. I've tried. It's kind of hard to track in two different states, especially when they're different national weather services, and you're actually not in this state. But there are tornado warnings currently in extreme North Pulaski County, Faulkner County, White County, um, as well as Cleburne and let's see, Cleburne, Stone, and Van Buren counties. All these tornadoes are going to expire at 8 o'clock, which is in the next, just under the next 30 minutes or so. So let's just go ahead and get to the board right now. Um, as you can see, I was only off for a few short minutes. Now I'm back on air. I got me a box of strawberries, so I'll be eating my box of strawberries while I am doing this. And I'm not really sure why. I haven't figured out how to put myself in the broadcasting yet. I haven't figured it out, but I may or may not go ahead and do that. But anywho, I better stop messing with that before I mess something up. What's this button do? Okay, I don't need that. That's a capture button. I don't need that. Okay. Oh, that's me. I don't need me. Let's go do. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and start figuring this storm out and try to get back on topic now that I'm off topic. So I got my box of strawberries here, and the tornado warning for White County has been expired, except there is still a part of White County in the other tornado warning that is not expired. Well, it has expired. They just allowed it to go away. And I can't seem. Okay, here I am now, I think. What's this button? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out everything in this whole new Google system. As you can see, this was a little. Let me just go ahead and update this radar right quick. And oh my gosh, we're following this tornado right now. It is in, I believe that's Faulkner County. Tracking a tornado in between Mayflower and Vilonia. This looks very similar to the tornado that many of you, or some of you, may remember the tornado that hit Vilonia many years ago, and now it seems like they are in under the gun again. Very disturbing to me. That they could be under one again. So we'll probably, and if you're in Vilonia right now, this is Highway 64, I believe, if I can remember correctly, which I usually can. I mean, hold on right quick. I need to take this right quick. Okay, I am back. Had my aunt was on the phone with me. They are north of Little Rock at a conference or something along that line. Um, I'm evidently her personal meteorologist when it comes to severe weather. So going back to this storm, this hasn't updated in quite a while. So I need to update this. Oh, it's kind of changed on us here. Let me go ahead and just put this in the velocity. As you see, very, very, very strong rotation. That is just to the south and west of Vilonia right now. People need to be in their tornado safe spot. This is by far the worst um, I have seen so far today. Um, very strong rotation. Um, this probably will be a tornado emergency here soon if it isn't already. Okay, what storm is this? It's right here. But we also have one in Cleburne, Stone, and Van Buren counties as well. But this one's of more importance right now. It is showing very, very strong signs of rotation. It is absolutely, absolutely devastating for people that are in this area. As you can see, with differential reflectivity, there's a very see all this red here in this little lowering of the differential reflectivity. You can see where the possibility of a tornado has been confirmed. Yet I would need to look on my social media for that. I'm going to go ahead and pull my tools up here and put a little circle around this, and just look at the other radar products. As you can see, this is you see it's more defined. Let's see, absolutely strong storm that is passing through by Vilonia, which has been devastated by storm. This may be stronger than the one they had in recent years or a few years ago, which is very devastating because it's the same side of the city as it was earlier. Let's see. Storm spotters, national weather meteorologists are tracking a confirmed tornado with reports of damage, possibly deadly tornado located 5 miles southwest of Vilonia or 10 miles south or 10 miles east of Conway, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is a tornado emergency for Vilonia. Take cover immediately. Locations in the warning in the path include Vilonia, Enola, Otto, Hamlet, and El Paso. Very dangerous. This tornado is on the ground, moving toward the Vilonia area. Give you some more roads. Okay, you have that bypass that goes around Vilonia. 64, and then eventually once it gets past Vilonia, of course, Otto is on highway. I believe that's highway 107. I'm not really sure about that though. Yeah, highway 107, as well as highway 107 is the main road that runs all through that area. So very, very damaging storm. I want to take another picture of this actually. This is just devastating because some of you remember this very, very storm, or not this storm, but a lot of people around this area know and remember that storm that happened so many years ago. And as I refresh the radar, as you can tell, it's now moving over the Vilonia area, which for me and for so many others is just flashing back to the memories of, or I didn't really see the damage, the catastrophic damage as many other people saw, but I just saw some of the remnants of it. Houses having to be rebuilt, many trees down. It was just terrible at what people saw, and just to see this happen once again, just a few, which only seems like a few years later, is absolutely just saddening to having to see this. I'm just going to go switch through different radar products here and just praying for those in Vilonia right now. The good news is I'm looking at differential reflectivity. It looks to be weakening some. It's absolutely, I'm absolutely just amazed, or not necessarily amazed, but absolutely shocked on how just the sheer thought of just a few years ago that this same area was affected by a tornado. And we'll probably have reports within the next few hours of what has happened in this area. I'll try to repass along any of those reports I get to my followers, and so just keep in tune to not only my account, but also to the accounts of others, meteorologists such as Todd Jacobian and all of them in Little Rock. Also, you can put in the hashtag ArcWX and get the latest Arkansas weather information. And of course, you know all how to search all that information. I'm sure it's going to be heavily broadcasted on the news for the next several days as they recover from all the damage that they'll probably see. Hopefully, just maybe maybe I'm just wishful thinking, but maybe it went to. I'm actually going to want to say it, but I'm really hoping that it hit west enough that it was outside the city in the county. But I have a bad feeling that it's not. But I want to sit here and watch as this storm progresses, and if I can get any more radar updates. Let me looking at the warnings. It still looks to be expiring for the next 5 minutes. This warning will probably be extended for another 30 minutes or so, which an hour. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to multitask here, broadcast live and eat supper. Looking at it now, it's now past Vilonia, moving along Highway 64, Old Highway 64. I'm not really sure where the bypass split is, but that could be where it is, where it's split. Very high velocities, anywhere probably 80 miles an hour. Looks like on what one pixel is or so. This pixel right here, very just high, heavy winds with this tornado that is confirmed. Really hoping. Oh my gosh, this is you can actually see the tornado itself. Let me go ahead and put this on tools. The tornado is approximately a kilometer, probably a little bit less, probably less than a kilometer wide, a half kilometer wide. Absolutely just absolutely. words cannot describe the thoughts or the feelings that I have. Because, I mean, a part of me is calm, but a part of me is very just in all of this storm and the mystery of weather. And as a meteorologist, I mean, we kind of walk a thin line of trying to communicate the weather. Because, I mean, meteorologists, we're sort of a weird breed. I mean, we have passion for weather, and we get excited about severe weather events, and which kind of seems somewhat hypocritical in a sense, as these weather events ultimately affect human life. But in the same time, we have this weird fascination with weather, which, I mean, I have a weird fascination with it, and it's kind of hard for me to explain it unless you actually have this same experience with weather. And um, other than that, ultimately relatively calm right now because A, this is not happening directly here, or nor I do have um, I don't know that many people in this area as well, and there's really nothing I can do about this storm. But still, I guess it's the human aspect of all of us that feel somewhat for these people. That what if this was to happen to us in our area? And I think that's what, of course, now as a meteorologist, I'm excited for this storm, but at the same time, I'm also deeply. I'm not deeply. I mean, I don't know. It's just a really weird feeling. It's amazement. I mean, it's um, to me what drives me to the weather that drives me and gets me excited, and trying to explain that same weather to others who are in this area and who are actually being affected by this. Um, I don't only get the benefit of doing what I like, but also to prepare others for what's ahead of them, and in turn giving them somewhat of a service and some sort of um, warning. And I think that's what those two factors of helping others and having something that interests me, which it really drives me. And I think it drives other meteorologists as well. Going back to this tornado warning, it is now the only tornado warning near Little Rock. I'm going to go ahead and upload this to Twitter and see if I can, because I'm only going to have limited words on Twitter. And I want to post this video, or not video, but post this. Let's see. Excuse me. Okay, now that's being posted, I want to go ahead and get back onto. I probably didn't post because I didn't hear a tweet. There's a tweet. I'm going to get back onto my social media and to post this on there to my other two social media pages. I'm going to finish off my strawberries as well as just go ahead and update this radar. Okay. Having some computer difficulties. Well, not really, but it's just being slow. This tornado is now past Vilonia crossing the Faulkner and White County lines right now. This will be heading to the northeast, affecting El Paso, Floyd, Highway 31, Highway 305, Highway 36, and eventually in the Albin areas on Highway 16. So hopefully this will go just to the north and west of Searcy, maybe affecting the west side of Searcy. But we'll just have to see as that progresses onward. This is absolutely absolutely devastating in this area, and I cannot find my tweet. Looking through Twitter, there's some damage in Mayflower. I'll probably switch it over. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to switch it over to you guys. Let me just go ahead and put this on screen share. Let's see. I'll put this on desktop too, so you'll be able to see it once I see. When I minimize this and put this on desktop too, actually. It's absolutely devastating, the events that have just happened. Let me see if I can get this thing to pop back up to make sure I am still on air, which I am. This is a picture, if it will load it up, from Mayflower. Just some of the damages already that are in that area. Absolutely, you can see wood laying across the road. I can't tell much from that, but you can absolutely see, just tell the eerie feeling that is going on in that picture. Let's see. Floyd Joy Pickens, take shelter. Here's another picture. This is a picture of tornado over Lake Maumelle. I don't necessarily see the tornado within this picture, but I would suspect it's somewhere right here. It's just absolutely breathtaking. All the see. All the damage that is now coming into Mayflower, because you can see, looks like, I'm not really sure what these are, if these are mobile homes or if these are some sort of trailers of some sort, but you can see the trees basically bare. And I guess I don't know if this is some sort of concrete plate or something, but it's absolutely um, absolutely just terrifying of what is going on here. And all these storms going along. Go ahead and look down to see. That's about all of them. Here's from 8:03, which was about a few minutes ago. It says, this was from a scanner, Arkansas police asking for as many ambulances as we can get at I-40 in Mayflower, also asking for gas companies to dispatch. This is just, this is the first look at the tornado damage. We've probably already seen this. I don't know, we have, oh my gosh. Just how devastating this tornado is, and it's just, already, it's just, see if there's any other pictures from Mayflower that are affected. This was the same picture. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and switch this back to radar. This storm appears hopefully to be weakening. I'm not really sure. Let's go ahead, and it is considerably weaker than it was earlier as it passed through Mayflower and Vilonia. Of course, Mayflower is right here on Highway 40. And of course, could imagine if it traveled into Vilonia as well, it did the same amount of damage. You see, this is going away from the radar, and this is going towards the radar. So somewhere in this general area is where the rotation is. As we go down and look on, as you can see, it is considerably less than it was a few minutes ago. Looking at this, it's really not showing that much, maybe suggesting that the storm is right in this area. General direction of it. But other than that, this storm will continue to move off to the north and east. It looks like the National Weather Service isn't. I'm not really sure what the National Weather Service is doing right now in Little Rock. They're trying to do, let's go back a slide or two to try to get some feeling of what's going on. Okay, here's the tornado as we knew it as it was going into the White County. And so I think it's somewhere right here to the north, and if it could be still right in here. I guess radar's having a hard time trying to pick the storm up. Okay, I think I see it now. After reviewing some of the, so it's somewhere, the storm is somewhere within this area right here, and it's going to continue to move off to the northeast. It probably looks like it's going to go outside its box, which is really so that would be, of course, Joy, of course, was mentioned, Pickens, Latona, Highway 360 or 36, which is probably the highway it's crossing now. Um, will be Highway 16. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and go back to Doppler radar. As you can see, this is now continuing to continue to move towards the north and to the east. It is actually on the north side of its warn box, which probably means they need to redraw the line. That's really the only storm we have, and the only other storms we have are flash flood warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings in Texas, and so there's also in Nebraska, and some severe thunderstorm warnings in Missouri. But this is the only that, and there's a severe thunderstorm warning for Conway County, Johnson, Logan, Newton, Pope, Van Buren, and Yale County. So those are the only warnings. Or this warning and the other warning is the only. And there's also a severe thunderstorm warning for Independence and Sharp County. But other than that, those are really the only warnings in Arkansas. And hopefully, once we get all this out of here, it will be a little bit more. We'll have a break for a little bit. But let's go ahead and go back into the storm. See if I have a new radar scope or new radar pit. Looking at this again, it's, as you can see, it's now re-intensifying. It's absolutely the storm. And I'm also taking pictures of the storm as well while I'm I'm gonna post something to Twitter. It's just absolutely, oh my gosh, it's just, this storm is, of course, gaining in strength once again. Looking at Doppler radar, as you can out of its box. So this will, Cersei, it looks like it's going to be coming to the north and to the, right now it's currently east of you, or west of you, excuse me, but it'll be, hopefully with the track, it will be moving to the north and west of you, not affecting you guys. But people like Enjoy, people Enjoy, of course, and also Latona, as well as Alpin, and then later on in Dewey, excuse me. So that would be on roads, Highway 16, Highway 157, Highway 124. This is of course, it's now moving. Once it was in Mayflower, this is in relatively rural area, which is probably, I mean, it's a good thing, but it's still devastating because I know this area so well, and hopefully it dies out before it gets any farther north. Now they have redrawn the box. This new Warren box does not include the city of Caraway or Bald Knob, but this is going to continue to move off to the north and to the east, affecting of course, Latona and Joy and those areas. Let me look at differential reflective. Go ahead and look at some of these other areas. Take a step back on this. Go ahead and look at velocities so you get an idea of where this storm really is. Here's the end. This is the stuff going towards the radar and then away to the radar. Absolutely. Just go ahead and just put a big, huge circle around this area to try to look for more evidence of where this storm really is at. Let me go back to velocity, see if there's any updates on that. Okay. Get rid of that box here. Here you see we have the winds going towards the radar and our winds going away from the radar site. So this area is our area of rotation. Now looking at this, you can see this little hook right in here. This is where we have these winds heading into the storm. This is where our area of most concern is. This is the inflow winds penetrate the storm. Here's our storm winds that are coming around it. This area right here is where we're seeing our possible tornado, which is probably still a tornado on the ground still. So this will make our second tornado that I have to track. This tornado being in Pinellas County in Mississippi, and now I'm on to the tornado in White County. I didn't track it while it was in Mayflower. I picked it up right when it was in Vilonia. This is differential reflectivity. You can see where I have that circled where the I believe that was where the hook echo was. You can see that's the lowering of the differential. Looking, let's see at the I'm looking with these two things. I'm considering going back to right here. Let me look at this one. Yeah, I'm going to say the better location of this storm is probably right in here. Here, strong winds from the north are in south causing this tornado, and it's continuing off to the north and to the east. It's probably right now near in between Joy and Pickens, in that area near, or it's probably, I wonder if it's even in Joy, if it's near Joy right now. Either which way, this storm, it continues to show ominous, or show signs of continuing with its strength, and so of course I believe totally that this tornado is still on the ground. And of course it's probably rain wrapped as well, because if this storm is, let's see, I'm looking at this storm right here. here, and it looks like you have your winds coming through here, and then your other winds coming in through here, just creating a tornado right. Let's see. Possible tornado is possibly right in here. Looking at velocity, it's also confirming that this is where that tornado is. Looking at differential. I don't know if it's updated yet or if it's just. This is probably just a little confirmation. It's where it's at or near. Let's see. Let me look at. There's two spots I'm looking at, right here and right here. Go ahead and just go to radar. Of course, now we have a new screen. Excuse me. We have a new update. Looking at this area right in here. It's old. Let me go ahead and refresh this. Of course, you have your winds going towards the radar, your winds away from the radar toward the radar. So all of these winds together, excuse me, are so I'm going to say the storm is roughly right in here now. Looking at the other products, as you can see, it's showing the differential, showing it to be more right here now. It's starting to be. I'm able to see a little bit better the tornado as it's now continuing to move off to the north and to the east. Actually, looking here at correlation coefficient, if it will get back to where it was. Oh, that's why. Okay, sorry. I was on the wrong one. You have this area of very, very dark blue right here. Turning this off, or turning that off and looking, you can actually see this area right here where I'm talking about right there. You see that very, very tight notch. And of course, you have all your winds from up here moving in this direction. So that's where that tornado is in this general area right there. Looking at, see, even in differential, you can see a lowering right here in this area, which is constant with the velocity in its position. See, let me go back actually, because that looks like to be right there in this area. And let's go ahead and has it. Looking at base reflectivity, as you can see, the storm is now in between Searcy and Latona, moving near Pickens. This is highway, includes highways. Let's see, highways 30 or highway 16 along this area. If you're in this area or know anybody in this area, make sure you or they know to be in their tornado safe spot. This is continuing to move near Latona and Albin, and will move up into the northeast, crossing the Little Red River, as well as hitting um, Providence as it continues to move north and east. Could affect areas north between Denmark and Russell, and in that area, as it continues to track to the north and to the east. Of course, then that will be later on. This will be in Jackson County, in which that will be continuing and getting closer and closer to Jonesboro, which is very unsettling, to say the least. As you can tell with the recent radar update, it is now passing Latona. It looks like it's near Albin right now, with these winds going towards the radar and away from the radar. You can tell that this tornado is located to the east of Latona as it continues to track to the north and to the east. Looking at radar now, you can also tell where this storm is as you have your inflow, your wind flow inflow heading into the storm. All this wind that is causing the tornado, as wind from away from the tornado blows out of the storm with this. So if I was chasing the storm, I would probably want to be positioned right in here. Yeah, but right now it is dark outside, so I wouldn't have any benefit of seeing anything with it being this late. Looking at coefficient coalescence, or coefficient, excuse me, correlation coefficient. I really can't see much in the way of it, but it looks where this green area is right here is really consistent with the other areas we've been looking at. As the storm continues to track north and east. This storm, let's see, let me look at the warnings. The storm is expires at 6:45, but I suspect this tornado warning to be extended into Jackson and Independence counties. People in the warning of this storm are people in the path of this storm include, of course, Albin in the Latona area, as well as Providence, Denmark, Thida, and eventually Newport as the storm progresses across the area. Let's go ahead and take another look at radar and see. This is a just last. Okay, I'm just going to take a wider perspective out, and let's just look at the rain per hour with this storm. See, this one is not as bad. It's not producing as much rain as we've been seeing in Mississippi. Looking at the total storm rainfall, it's producing a quite substantial rainfall, anywhere from 2 to 2.5 inches, depending on your storms that you have had today. Excuse me. Now going back, let's go ahead and just look at high res vertical integrated liquid. As you can tell, there's hell in all three of these cells. Hell within this cell that's causing the tornado. Cell that's just to the south of Heber Springs. Going to be moving into the Heber Springs within the next minute or the next 5 minutes or so, and as well as this storm on the very edge of the severe thunderstorm warning box. So taking a look at Doppler radar at base reflectivity. I'm going to set this at velocity. Appears to be even continuing to strength. It's right now it's located north of Searcy. Just to the west or to the east of Latona and east of or around Albin. So I say that area. That's where it's near the Albin area. Of course, in that area you have Highway 214, Highway 157. Those are the major highways, in through that area. I want to take a look. As you can see with this, you can see where that reds and greens were. That's where the blue is now. I'm not seeing anything there. But this is continuing to track to the north and to the east. Let me go ahead and go back to let's see, that's away towards. Okay, I'm all right. Okay, I was just making sure. I was making sure I was looking at this right here and making sure I was reading the right tornado or reading the right cell. So we'll continue. Really haven't got any updates on this storm. Let's see. Severe thunderstorm, tornado warning until 7:45 or 8:45, excuse me. Okay, the locations near the path are Step Rock, Russell, Cosby, Violet Ridge, Sunnydale, Russellville, Providence, Latona, Dewey, Clay, Armstrong, Springs, and Albin. Of course, this storm has had a history of being tornadic. You see some of the damages in Mayflower came in and how they came in. Let's go ahead. I'm going to look and look through here and just look at the different pictures that have been posted. Oh my gosh, you can actually see the tornado here and see the tornado as it was the massive tornado that quote unquote leveled Mayflower. Just see how devastating this severe storm was. Here's looks like a tornado damage. And you see these homes made of brick are absolutely leveled. This should be interesting to see how what um, what as the weather surveyors come in and see exactly what magnitude. It was a EF4 or EF5 tornado. Looking from the Okay, that was inappropriate. Um, it's the same picture we just saw a while ago. Don't travel in central Arkansas this evening. Interstate 40 is shut down at Mayflower following the deadly tornado. Continuing to look down, of course, that's says Arkansas police are asking for record in Alton County, which is the county that both Vilonia and um, Mayflower are in. Let's see if this is a new picture, if it's one of the ones we've seen already. No, it's the same one. Okie dokie. This one, there's a tweet out saying requesting 10 to 13 ambulances. "5 miles west of Vilonia, ham radio operators report people hollering for help from the woods." Um, of the storms that moved through Mayflower. Let's see. Of course, we saw pictures of houses destroyed at Mayflower, but this one also says it also in Saltillo. So let's go ahead and go back to this, see where this storm is at now. It is 5 minutes till this warning that is to expire. I would expect them to reissue the warning or expand the warning for another next few minutes or for another. If this storm held, I'm not really sure if this storm held together or not. Yep, they went ahead and now they're issued a new tornado for Independence, Jackson, and White County. This tornado has a history of, once again, has a history of producing tornadoes and damaging ones at that. So I would expect there to still be a tornado within the storm. Excuse me. Okay, this is going to be until 9:15. National Weather Service meteorologists detected a severe thunderstorm that was located 2 miles southwest of Step Rock or 11 miles north of Searcy. The operator showed that this storm was moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Locations in the path of this dangerous storm are include but are not limited to Step Rock, Pleasant Plains, Oil Trough, Newark, Valley Ridge, Theta, Sunnydale, Roosevelt, Providence, Possum Grape, Uffon, Max, Hiffington, Gray, Dewey, and Denmark. Go ahead and post this to Twitter right quick, and I will be right back with you guys. Sorry about that, you guys. If you just joined us, we are tracking a tornado warning in northern White County, Jackson County, and Independence County. We have this storm has had a history of producing a tornado, and it is probably still doing so. If I was to bet, this storm has done nothing but increase um, in strength. Well, hasn't really decreased in, but is continually to show its strength as it moves across as it moved across central Arkansas, and is now as it's moving into northeastern Arkansas. Looking at differential, as you can see, well, we just had a new radar update, so let us see where it is now. It's now crossing into Jackson County. That's 7 minutes old. Let's go ahead and update that. Yeah, okay, here's the new update. It's showing still moving to the northeast. This is nearing the Jackson, White, and Independence County line. Excuse me. This is going to be near Pleasant Plains. This is, as you can see where my cursor is, this is Highway 167. So Pleasant Plains, you need to be in your tornado safe spot if you're around Pleasant Plains, in Theta, or near Oil Trough Highway. Of course, if you're on Highway 167, Highway 157, you need to be in your tornado safe spot as well, as this storm is moving near your area. This storm has had a history of damaging winds. It's also had a history of putting down tornadoes. This storm will continue to move to the north and to the east. Hold on 1 minute. Sorry about that. We are still tracking this storm that is now crossing into Independence County right now. It's near the Jackson, White, and Independence County line near Pleasant Plains. I want to go ahead and look at the reflectivity. As you can see, that possible tornado is exactly where the velocity says it is. Let me look at the effects of this storm. I'm also seeing an area right there that would be concerning to me. That's on that south side of that storm. Here is a thing in from Region 8 News. It's a news station in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and Vilonia fire chief says multiple fatalities from tornado. And there, this storm still seems to be producing a tornado. You know, I don't believe we have any reports saying that it does. Okay, yes, we do. Tornado emergency for Theta and Oil Trough. A tornado warning remains in effect for north central White, west central Jackson, and south central Independence County until 9:15 p.m. At 8:45, storm spotters and National Weather Service meteorologists were tracking a tornado and are tracking a confirmed tornado with reports of damage. This potentially deadly tornado was located 6 miles northeast of Step Rock, or 20 miles south of Searcy, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This tornado emergency is for Theta and Oil Trough. Take cover immediately. Locations in or near the path of this tornado include Pleasant Plains, Oil Trough, Newark, Violet Ridge, Theta, Roosevelt, Possum Grape, Oif, 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 Gray, and Denmark, all in this area as it moves across. Okay, this is a new radar. Oh my gosh. It's just, go ahead and take it. You can see this, can't really tell where it is now, but it's, if you can tell with that notch right there with the wind where it is blowing into, so it's becoming more, looks like more rain wrapped. Or maybe it's, okay, let me go ahead and switch it to Memphis radar to see what is going on here. This could be a, okay, this is tilt 2. I was wondering why I was seeing so many reds here. Go back to tilt 1. I'm really hoping that with all these reds in this area, let's hope maybe it's trying to, the winds are trying to, the southerly winds are trying to take over this storm rather than the northerly ones, and hopefully that will help weaken this deadly storm. Hold on 1 minute. Of course, you can see very tight rotation right in here. This is just crossing the Jackson Independence County line. This is now past Pleasant Plains. So, so oil trough and Theta, this is a tornado emergency for you. You'll be taking cover immediately. Of course, Magnus and Newark are in the path of this storm. See, this storm has done nothing but strengthen, it seems, over the last several minutes, over the last several hours or so. As it resonated, like Mayflower went across Vilonia. It's tracked now. Now it's crossing. So definitely a long track storm. If this is still a tornado, and there hasn't been multiple tornadoes, this is a, let's see, I haven't, let's see, it's, this tornado started Mayflower, so nearly 100 kilometers. It's a distance it's traveled. How far is 100 kilometers? Which is around just over 60 miles or so, if this tornado continued to be. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and take my phone here, and I'm going to broadcast. I forgot that I also have Channel 8's weather app that I can look at what they are looking at, because they are probably live as well. I'm going to go ahead and turn their broadcast on right now.
Out of White County now, this is just past to the south of Pleasant Plains, and now moving toward Oil Trough. Would not be surprised if we do not have this warning. Jackson, tornado in Pleasant Plains, East County, Denmark, and White County. Okay, Denmark has had a confirmed tornado report,
I'm just getting word from KIT that there was a confirmed tornado in Denmark as well as Pleasant Plains, as the storm system has moved to the north and to the east. Oil Trough, you're in the path of this storm. You need to be in your tornado safe spot. Looking at Channel 8's graphics right now, kind of cheating a little bit. The storm is now moved up to the north. As you can tell, this comes in. They have better graphics and that are a lot. So this at let's see. Right now it's 8:59. This was at 8:55. They have probably updates every 2 minutes or so. So as I want to keep them on the side. Oh wow, they're using their backup radar system. I was wondering why it looked different, because they're actually using their backup radar. Well, maybe. That's Little Rock site. Okay. Maybe I'm hearing things. Maybe Little Rock's using their backup. But as you can see, this storm is continuing to move off to the north and to the east, not getting any new radar information. As you can tell, this storm is not as defiant as it was the last few minutes as it has been tracked. So hopefully this storm is starting to either weaken or but right now, as I know it, there was a confirmed tornado in Pleasant Plains, so Oil Trough and in that area needs to be in their tornado safe spots immediately. Just looking at some of the other, okay, we just got a new radar swipe in. Let's see if I can get that to adjust. Okay. Okay, this is up to date now, I believe. Just heading toward Oil Trough still. Areas like Theta and New Ark are in the path of this storm, and later on, as this continues to move north to the east, we'll be continuing on. Let me look of areas in the, let's see, it looks like Highway 90, if I'm looking right. Oil Trough, Highway 14. Yeah, that is Highway 14. Let me go ahead and I want to get out of this and to just look at some of the some of the new stuff, if I can find any new things coming out of here's something from the National Weather Service in Little Rock at 7:41. We have received report that Game and Fish headquarters east of Mayflower has been destroyed. Of course, there's a lot of reports of Vilonia needing many ambulances, and I believe that's the picture. Just a picture of the okay, the last time they had something reported, I was just listening into Channel 8, was over Pleasant Plains, and I believe the meteorologist, chief meteorologist Ryan Vaughn, is certain, or is more certain with this new radar image. He believes it's becoming in more stable air, so it is weakening and dying out, and we're hoping that it will not. This is just like cycling or recycling what it's been doing. Hopefully it's dying out and we could be done for the day. But as you can tell, looking at radar, looking at some of the past slides, it is not as intense as it was. See that really defined hook, and now with that hook on it. This is from 9 o'clock. But I would need to keep a close eye on this storm, because, like meteorologist Ryan Vaughn said, this could be just cycling through, and it just could be one of the signs. But this is going to have to be taken really seriously. I'm really okay. They believe it's cycling. Estimated track of this Arkansas tornado is 84 miles if it proves to be if it proves to be continuous. They have extended this warning now. Include they're saying the Egypt tornado shelter is open. This is extended until 9. Let's see, I think it's above 9:15 at this point. Yeah, here it is, 9:45. They are reporting that the tornado is still on the ground near Max. We Newport, Tuckerman, Swifton, Oil Trough, Newark, Jacksonport, Grubbs, Diaz, Theta, Siegel, Olympic, Max, which is where the tornado is currently, Keon, Hale, Erwin, Elwin, and Dowdy, and Campbell Station all need to be in their tornado safe spots. Right now, as the storm is still tracked to be a tornado, and as you can tell with this latest radar scan, you have these strong winds coming out of the north, and as well, you see some little green glitches here. I'm not really sure why that is, but let me go ahead and just see if I can find anything else. Let me look at the tilt, or just look at the regular radar. Okay, new radar image gives it a more clear picture. We can start to see a more defined picture now. You go ahead and take a I-40 is still closed. Tornado on the ground in Jackson County. Let me go ahead and go ahead and look at any updates on here. Till it's 9:45. That was minutes ago. That was time ago. Go back now. They're getting tornado emergencies. There are reports of tornado emergencies for the cities in Jackson County that are under this warning. This is a very dangerous situation. This tornado is on the ground, and it is still heading to the north and to the east. Really can't tell where the storm is. I think they've had reports. Okay, I got a better picture right there of where it exactly is. Continue to look at different radar. But yeah, that's the hook. There's a notification. One person killed from tornado in White County. And law enforcement are still tracking this tornado. Go ahead and see if I can get an update on this storm. Oops. Okay, here we are. Okay. But this is continuing across the area. Continuing into Jackson County, they're still reporting reports of tornado being in the area. This was taken at 11, or just a minute after 10. It is now, looks like it is near Jacksonport right now. It's doing a very pitiful job at trying to figure out where this tornado is. Since we're far away from the radar site at this point. Let's go ahead and just change it over. I want to change it over to Even Little Rock radar is still showing signs of rotation within the storm. So if you're in this area, I'm just going to leave it on. I think I'm just going to leave it on Memphis radar. No, I want to leave it on Little Rock. This storm is near oil trough. Right here. Let me see. Looks like to be between oil trough and Jacksonport. This will be continue to move. Let me wait. This is 7 minutes old. Should be moving northeast. Tuckerman, Diaz, Swifton, Cache, Egypt. You need to be in your tornado safe spot. This is continuing to move to the north and to the east. Eventually, this will come into the Bono area and even into Jonesboro if this storm continues to stick together. Looking at the latest radar updates, which I have not gotten one yet. I'll go ahead and look. Alright, you guys, I am back. Getting my thoughts all collected here. This storm, I think I have it on. What I have it on Memphis radar now. As you can see, this tornado sticking to be north of Diaz, near Tuckerman now. Looking on, see if we can get a new radar visual on here. And as you can see, we still have some bright reds and greens here. As this tornado continues to track to the north. This is a tornado emergency situation still. Reporters have confirmed that there is a tornado with this storm. Looking at space reflectivity. So I want to turn it back to Little Rocks because I'm not getting a good picture of what's going on here. I'm not getting a good picture there either. what I'm doing here is just tilting the radar some to see, just to try to get a better picture on what's going on in the upper atmosphere. Really hoping that this storm is going to fizzle out. Oh, why do I not have signal? You can see it, but I can't, which is not good. Okay, there we are. I thought I lost signal for a second. I was like, oh no. But looking at reflectivity, if there is a tornado with this storm still, it's going to be north at around. Okay, there is a tornado warning for Lawrence and Greene counties as this storm continues to track off to the north and to the east. As you see, they just extended it to the north and to the east to include Bono, Cache, Egypt, Sedgwick, Alicia, Benton, Hoxie, and Walnut Ridge. This is going to be traveling. Let me want to go ahead and put it on this warning. I'm going to quote tweet. Cut. And okay, the National Weather Service in Memphis has issued a tornado warning for eastern Craighead County in eastern Arkansas, southwestern Greene County in eastern Arkansas, eastern Lawrence County in eastern Arkansas until 10 p.m. At 9:21 p.m., National Weather Service Doppler radar was tracking a severe thunderstorm, a tornado 19 miles southwest of Alicia or near Diaz, moving to north at 40 miles per hour. The warnings in this storm are included but are not limited to Bono, Hoxie, Walnut Ridge, Lake Frierson State Park. This storm has produced tornado damage across central Arkansas. Take cover immediately. Locations near Alicia, Bono, Fantine, and Hoxie. Now let's go back to our velocity map to see if I can get a new radar image. Okay, what time is it? It is almost 9:30. Okay, I think that's our latest radar update. We have this storm right in here, still producing a tornado. Possibly still producing a tornado near Tuckerman. It's probably north of Tuckerman now. Let me look at some new radar imagery comes in. You can see this tornado, the location of this storm will probably be just to the north of Tuckerman. Head and turn KIT back on my phone here. See if they have any new reports. There are several new areas of in Jackson County. Really not seeing much in that, but there's some more places in Independence County where they are seeing some rotation. He is going back and looking through Tuckerman. I have confirmation that this storm is still on the ground. I'm also concerned not only for this storm in north of Tuckerman, but also the storm back to the east. Actually, it is in the city limits of Jonesboro, just the hair. Also, a good area to look at is to the north. I'll get off and get more productive and do some more um, just some live casting via Twitter. So from Sharksville, Mississippi, tracking the storm, tornado, possible long track tornado in Arkansas. I'm meteorologist Derek Bowen.